Okay, so the first project is by Coffee with My Sunshine. She did this really cute pumpkin out of a book, and I'm about to show you how it's done. You just take a paperback book and you rip both front and back cover off, and then you're going to want to bend it so it's pretty bendy, and then we're just hot gluing 3 dots and folding over a few pages. I did about 20 pages, give or take, at a time, and that seemed to go pretty fast. With the method I started doing, it just went faster and faster as you get the hang of it. So yeah, just enjoy this little clip. Once you're all done gluing the book together like this, then I just took watered down gray and yellow paint to get the antique look, the yellowing of the pages. I do like that I did this little detail. I think that adds a little bit of character to this. Makes it feel more rustic, I guess you could say. And then I didn't even let it dry. I wasted no time. I went straight into spinning the twine around the middle of it, tied it off with a bow, and then I found the stick outside and I just hot glued the stick in the center, and that finishes off our cute little paper book pumpkin. Okay, the next project comes from Tina Lee. I love her channel. If you guys don't know her, definitely check her out. So she took these 2 specific bowls from Dollar Tree because they line up perfectly at the bottom, as you can see here. Now we're going to be gluing these together. I used E6000 to really secure them together. Put some heavy object on there, which, hey, that's my art piece. A little dusty, crusty. Then we're using this raffia that I had left over from the hula skirt. So before we use the raffia, I need to paint this. I'm using a mixture of yellow, pink, gray, and white. And I'm going to be mixing all of these together with baking soda to create a textured, cream-colored paint. That's what I'm doing here. So bear with me, but I use a lot of white, as you can see here. And then I squirt in just a little bit of gray. So it's like that much. We don't want too much. Then I used a little bit of yellow, like a dot worth, a dot. And then I used just a little bit more pink than I did the yellow. If that makes sense, like 2 dots, okay? Then I mixed those all together with my brush. And then once that was fully mixed together, I'm showing you what it looks like. So once it's mixed, it'll have this nice, like, beigey, cream, like, tan color. It's very soft, very neutral. Once it was mixed pretty thorough, that's when I added the baking soda into the mixture. Then I just started painting my object / new planter. So by painting it, this is really gonna first off, match my home decor a little bit better, my home theme. Not only that, it will help kind of hide the fact that you glued two pieces together. It'll kind of look like one solid piece. Even though they were the same color, it wasn't a bad color, but this is more my style. But this is obviously customizable. You can do whatever you want. I had mixed up enough paint. I wanted to go ahead and paint these bowls. I got these from Walmart for 50 cents. I end up not using them in that other project I had a while back. So I just used the leftover paint on both of these.
So as you can see, for these projects, I end up painting some of the leftover paint onto these bowls I did not end up using in another project. But I really like how the holes and stuff I drilled in them. So you can see in the inside, it might need a couple more coats. This is already layered up with 3 coats of the paint. This one was already pink, so I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this one. It looks pretty good. And then the original project here that I end up getting off Tina Lee's channel. I'm so glad she had came up with this. Move on to doing the little bottom piece where she glued on the little raffia and made this really cute little, it looks like rattan almost, but it's actually raffia.
So for the raffia part, I found it easiest to just hot glue one end of the raffia to the piece and then stretch it out where it needs to be and glue it down and then cut the raffia. So I just repeated this process all the way around, and I did this in an angled pattern. And I did the all same direction for the first row, like this. So it'll go from left, stretched over to the right. Then once I've completed that row, I then go over it going from right to left. That way it will stretch over the raffia we just glued down. So it's going to create this diamond pattern like this, which you could leave it, it's not bad. But to finish it off, I went ahead and glued more raffia in between all of the diamond pieces, and then that actually makes them into these little triangle pieces. So this is the finished look, and you could go over this to color the raffia, maybe a darker color so it stands out better, but I end up leaving mine like this. And as for these pieces, I end up just taking the leftover raffia and just stringing it through the holes just to add a little detail. That was it for the projects in today's video. I will see you guys in next Friday's video. Have a great weekend.